So, Cadisen, they've changed up a little bit. They've got themselves a new release here. Welcome to the channel, by the way. And if you're new here, thanks for checking this video. I hope you stick with me because this is just a first impressions video of a new release by Cadisen. Lots of other Cadisens have been reviewed by this channel, and I do like them. I think overall you do get a lot for your money, and I think they're interesting. And this is interesting because they are paying homage to the Rolex Daytona, which has been done by other brands, and Pagani Design, for me, are very hard to beat with their Mecha Quartz powered sapphire crystal ceramic bezel all stainless steel watch they do. And that's a fantastic all-rounder, and they can be had for sometimes less than £50, generally between 50 and 60. This is almost double that, this Cadisen 8181. So I'm wondering, what do you get for the extra money apart from an auto movement? Is it any good? This is a first impressions video. Stick with me and we'll have a closer look. See you in a moment. Now, I know I've got all my equipment out here ready. First impressions, I do like to still give a bit of idea what you get for your money with your specs and things like that. So here's the watch, and I must say, first impressions are, it is a beauty. It really is. And just straight off the bat, that dial, it's almost ivory white, I would say. It's got an interesting, lovely hue to it. It almost looks like enamel, but we'll get into that in a moment. So I'll rest you over here on Gipas and quickly show you the box. You get usual Cadisen box. I've had these boxes for loads of different Cadisens. They sometimes squeeze watches that don't fit in them as well, so you get your usual load of crap in there. So that's what you get with the box. Pretty standard. Got this really quick. Got this from China in about a week. I was so impressed. Very, very happy with how quick I can get things sometimes. But what I'm going to do with this first impressions is normally I do go into more detail. I won't go into depth about the movement and things like that. I can give you a rough idea what's going on here, but it's just an initial idea of what to expect from this new model. And the first thing I was so keen to check out, because the thing on the website was I couldn't work out, does this actually have a chronograph function? Does it have a tachymeter function? And the straight up answer to that is no. The first thing, it has an automatic movement. Oops, flash the camera. Looks like a Mingxi movement. Not sure what one yet. I'll find out for the full review. But first thing I noticed was, okay, it's got pushers, it's got a screw down crown, it's got all that. It's got the tachymeter ring here made out of ceramic, but you can't actually do anything with that hand. See that seconds hand that's ticking around here, around this tachymeter track? That I can't do anything to that. I can't stop it, I can't move it. And that in that 6 o'clock position dial there is doing the same thing, and it's not in sync with that seconds hand. It's mental. I'm like, what's the point? Obviously it looks gorgeous, but there isn't actually any immediate functionality. With the Pagani Design, you have screw down pushers. These don't screw down, by the way, they're fixed, they don't do anything. So you can knock these buttons. Top pusher, that just changes the day, see? And then the bottom one just changes that's the month. I don't really need to know that, but here we go. April, May, June, etc., etc. So that's really weird. Then screw down crown. It does say it has, how many meters? I think it was 100. Was it, what it said? Yeah, 100 meters, 10 ATMs of water resist. It's got a screw down crown, aiding with that water resistance. So then, first pop is hand winding. Next pop out is date adjust, as you can see. And then the next one out, we've got hacking, as you can see, all the 2 seconds hand we've got. Very useful. Why, you know what? Why don't they just make all the hands on here seconds hands? We could have just had this thing just going mad, constantly telling me how many seconds have elapsed, rather than... so I can't take this seriously. Yes, we've got hacking and time adjust. So that's the first thing. And the other thing was, in the full review, I'm going to get this on a time grapher to see, because they've had the audacity to put superlative chronometer. Why have they put superlative chronometer on there, when that's presuming that the movement they've just thrown in there is going to be within COSC ratings? And even if it was, you can't just say that, because you have to have a certificate. It has to be tested. There's a full-on procedure you've got to go through to have the authority and the approval to stick that kind of thing on your dial. So I'm really confused with this branding. Superlative, so we've got it's Captain series, so that would imply nautical, whereas these kind of watches, as you know, are nothing to do with the sea. They're to do with racing, so Captain doesn't make sense. Superlative chronometer, that's a lie. And automatic, you got that right, because it is an automatic. So we've got something right on there. So I know I'm getting a bit harsh here, because this is first impressions. So first impressions are, they've got some things wrong on here. It's not a superlative chronometer. It's nothing to do with the sea. And these buttons don't do anything useful to me. You can't time anything because I can't control this seconds hand. That's annoying. So now we've got that out of the way. I've had a good rant to start this video. What else have we got here? So this is ceramic, and then as you saw there, the weight was 100. So professional. 147. I haven't taken any links out yet. 148 because it's fresh out of the box really. I've just had a quick look at it. So it's a good weight. It's a lightweight watch. Then the crystal. Let's get Dye the Diamond selected to assist us with the crystal rating. So we do get sapphire, as they said. So they haven't lied about that, which is nice. And let's see about the back. That should be mineral. So I've knocked the wheel. Shouldn't go up into the orange. Just have it normally on 1 or 2. There we are. So let's check the back out. Yes, see, like as normally you get on the back, you don't have sapphire on the back on a lot of watches, but yeah, you get exhibition case back, 100 meters water resist, and which is good if it's going down the whole Captain route with this watch. It's got good water resistance. Like I said, I think it's a Mingju movement, which generally they're okay. You know, I will do a proper job of timing this in my full review. But it's the thing I'm going to move on to now is some positives, because this to me is a gorgeous watch. It really is gorgeous. Now they got the case size right. I won't give all the dimensions, but this is a 40. What they say. It's hard to get an actual reading, but it's, yeah, 40 across there. And that is an elegant size. And the height of the watch looks quite chunky. It's 12.8. So it's a well-proportioned watch. And these, look at how much the male end links curve down. They really do curve down very well. So that's going to give it a relatively short lug to lug. So let's actually see what that is, including the male end links. It's bang on 51 pretty much. And that's good with those curving down end links. So just to see how that actually looks on my wrist, let's pop it on. So it's a bit baggy because I haven't sized it up for me. But it's for my 7-inch wrist, which is an average man size wrist. This is perfect size really. It's so comfortable. 40 is a really good sweet spot. But not always the case. Depends on the lugs, the lug to lug, and the curvature of those lugs. But this, yeah, this already, without sizing up for me, feels really comfy. The thing I'm worried about is knocking these buttons, which aren't screwed down to lock off. Not that I was going to read those extra dials much, especially the month one. You should know what month you're in. I'd be a bit worried if you don't. But anyway, yeah, I think it's going to be comfortable. It's a very nice piece. But the things I've noticed as well already is this clasp is very nice. It's a little bit like the one you get on the Saab 33 or 35. It's got a small part here, but then it's got nice large folding aspect, which is all milled, very nice. And you actually get 3 micro adjusts. So I can imagine this will size up nicely. And unusual for a Cadisen, it has screw links as well. Look at that. And it has solid end links as well that fit really well. Well, there's a weird sort of design to them, but I think that's just to make it easier to get them out, get the solid end links out for changing out the strap or the bracelet. A lot of polish on here. It's the only thing I'm be slightly concerned about is how polished this is, but it makes it look like a classy watch. I think that's the route they're going down. It's almost a fashion watch to a degree because it's not actually functional as a chronograph. I'll say if you're going to go for something that's going to have really nice fit and finish and feel to it for around your £100, this is a really good watch. If you're going to be like me and want a little bit of functionality for what you're looking at, it's a bit of a disappointment, but time will tell. In my full review, I'm going to see if that's going to be something that bugs me enough to say that they've missed the mark with this piece. But you know, as first impressions go, I must say, it is a gorgeous piece, and they've got the proportions right. Let's see how good this loom is. So what I'll do is I'll give it a charge, and then turn out my studio lights, and see if it's any good or not. So normally 10 to 15 seconds with a UV torch actually fully charges loom in a watch. I'll do a full time lapse again in the full review, so you get an idea if that how well it actually holds out. The initial burst might be all right. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, the initial on camera it looks pretty good, but with the naked eye, it's very weak. I can't see that lasting much more than 5 to 10 minutes, and the camera's already struggling to pick it up. So yeah, not great with the loom, but it's not that type of watch, to be honest. Or is it? They're going down the captain route. They should have amazing loom. If you're going to go in the sea, you want to have a little bit of luminosity if you're going to go down. But I digress, because it's not really that type of watch. But what type of watch is it? Don't know yet. All I can say is I think it's gorgeous, and the fit and finish is a really good start. Very nice polishing, and lots of lovely fingerprints. I'm not going to put. I didn't put my gloves on for this video because I don't know. They just make it really hard to actually undo things and screw and press buttons and things, and I find myself fumbling around a bit more. So that will help you get an idea of how much of a smudge fest this watch is. So first impressions are not bad, and that's interesting. Cadisen all in there. Extra details. That's what I mean. Are they going the extra mile? Are they pushing the boundaries? Are they going further? Are they going into a little bit more luxury? Or not 100 quid, you know, but not bad. First impressions are interesting, is what I can say. Look forward to sharing with you my more in-depth findings after I've reviewed this piece more. And so stick around and you'll see what I really think after a bit of time with this piece. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. See you in the next one. Bye for now.